an important choice about what the future is going to be. How would you make that choice? Would you make it purely on hearsay? Would you make it purely on emotion, how you feel? Would you make it on what your friends say? Would you make that choice based upon some TikTok trend or video? Would you make it wholly and solely by what some commentators say? Or would you pay attention to the record of performance? Because ultimately, that's what it comes down to. There is going to be a lot of talk, a lot of promises. But at the end of the day, if you go to get your hair done, and I see many fancy hairstyles here, you don't just go to a hairdresser because she tell you say she know how to do this. What you call? Give me somebody the fancy hairstyle them now. It's all right. You're not just going to choose the hairdresser because your hair said. You're going to want to see what she has done before. No, sir. The same thing with the nail technician. You want to see the work that she has done before. Not true. So you are looking at the past performance, because the past performance is usually a fairly good indicator of future performance. So if you have these critical, life-changing decisions to make, you must look at the record of performance.
The status of the third domestic mobile telecommunication provider. I had a meeting last week with the EU ambassador and the European banks, and I was heartened that they could give me a confirmation that a recommendation will go to the board of the bank for the funding for the third telecom provider, which Rock Mobile. They have gotten several extensions because of not being able to roll out COVID and other factors. And we have been very sympathetic because we understand the landscape. But this is the first time that I can stand here in Parliament and indicate that I was given the assurance, and I'm expecting to get a letter stating that in short order once the bank, the approval of the board, but the recommendation is there. So we look forward to that, because that also will do big things in terms of improving service in unserved areas and, of course, giving options to consumers in the near future. So I don't want to preempt, but I think it's important that the country knows, and I look forward to...
So that is only phase one. Phase one was to build a strong economy. That is phase one. Now, I'm going to say something to you. And I want to put this in your head. So far, the conversation in the public domain about the economy is that we have introduced this term they call fiscal management. And the term really means how we manage the funds, the taxpayers' dollars, and the revenue that the government earns. All right? So we have managed those well, and we have created that now as an important plan of the economy of Jamaica. But this administration has introduced something that did not exist in our economy before, and that is called resilience. So I want you to remember that word. It is the Jamaica Labour Party government that has introduced resilience into the economy. Now, what is resilience? What is resilience? Resilience is the ability to take lick, drop down a ground, and get up back and ready again.
Economy both can yam and it can drink.
I find it hard to think. Some days are easier to
So don't follow that foolishness about, yes, the economy doing well, but people still suffering. That is a reality that we know. But when this project is done, less people will be suffering. When we turn on the water in Rhine Park, less people are suffering. When I go up to Castleton and we commission that project, less people up there will be suffering. So yes, there have been a lot of suffering and a whole heap of people were suffering, but it is this administration, project by project, commissioning by commissioning, house by house, hospital by hospital, school room by school room, police station by police. But you know it is this administration that is reducing the suffering of the people of Jamaica. And we're going to increase the pace in the third term even faster.